If you've inherited a house in Columbus, Ohio, and you're wondering if you need probate to sell it, then this video is for you. This is one of the most common questions that I get. People ask, Dave, do I have to go through the probate process before I can sell an inherited house? And the honest answer is sometimes yes, sometimes no. My name is Dave Payerchin with Sell House Columbus, also known as Sell House Ohio. I'm a local cash home buyer, and for over 14 years, I've helped homeowners all over Central Ohio and all over the great state of Ohio sell their houses fast, as is for a fair price. Real quick, before we dive in, I'm not an attorney, and I'm not giving any legal advice. Probate rules could vary depending on your situation. So if you need legal guidance, talk to a probate attorney. But I can absolutely help you understand the big picture in plain English so you know what to do next. Here's what probate means in very simple terms. Probate is the legal process that transfers ownership of someone's assets after they pass away. So when the asset is a house, probate is often the step that confirms two things. The first thing is who has the legal authority to make decisions and sign documents and things like that. And the second thing is who the heirs are that actually have the rights to the property. So let's get into the big question here. Do you need probate to sell an inherited house in Ohio? Here are the most common situations. Sometimes probate is required when the house is only owned by the one single deceased person, when it's only in their name, meaning there's no joint owner, there's no trust, there's no transfer on death deed. And in that case, the court typically needs to appoint an executor or an administrator who has the authority to sell the property. But probate might not be required, or it might be much simpler if the home was jointly owned with rights of survivorship, or if there's a transfer on death deed, or if the home was in a trust. So the title to the house and how it's deeded, it really does matter quite a bit. But here's the part that most families don't expect. Even when probate is required, the sale can still move forward once the right person has the legal authority. But what usually slows everything down is not just probate, it's the real world stuff like the house being full of belongings, family members needing to agree, repairs and maintenance, utilities and insurance, or the property sitting vacant and just becoming a headache. So what should you do next if you're the executor or one of the heirs? Here's a simple action list. First, find out who has the authority to act on behalf of the estate. Second, gather the basics like the death certificate, any will or trust documents, and of course, any property info is going to be helpful for you. Number three is secure the property, especially if it's vacant. And then you've got a decision to make. Do you list the property or do you sell the property in its as-is condition? Let's talk about those two options. If you list the property with a realtor, you may be able to get a higher price, but it usually requires some clean out, repairs, showings, and time. In many inherited situations, that could turn into weeks or even months of extra work and added stress. The other option is selling the house as is for cash, which means no repairs, no cleaning, no showings, and no waiting on a buyer's loan to get approved. Many families choose an as-is sale to avoid repairs and avoid long timelines. If that sounds like what you want to do, you could visit us at sellhousecolumbus.com to learn more about how that process works. Now, I'll say this clearly, not every house should be sold to a cash buyer. If the home is fully updated, empty, and you have plenty of time to work with, listing might be a great option. But if the house needs work, has stuff inside, or you just want simplicity, a direct sale could be a lifesaver. So here's the bottom line. If you inherited a house in Columbus, Ohio, and you're feeling overwhelmed, you're not alone. And you don't have to guess your way through it. If you're dealing with an inherited property and you want clarity fast, you can sell an inherited house in Columbus, Ohio without making any repairs. Call us at 614-300-5151 or fill out a form on our site and we'll reach out to you right away. My name is Dave Payerchin with Sell House Columbus. Thank you for watching, and if you found this helpful, subscribe for more videos about selling your house fast in Columbus and the options you have in real life situations.